You are watching the News Hour with Arnab Goswami.
They incite hatred, they fuel anger and provoke people. Akbaruddin Owaisi, Praveen Togadia, two sides of the same coin. Both with their hate speeches, both deserve to face the law. So then, despite the uproar over the VHP leader's highly inflammatory comments, why is he being allowed to go scot-free? Minutes back, the Maharashtra government, under pressure, has decided to look into the case. But so far, 24 hours after the incident, there has been no action at all. Does the police once again have to be cajoled like they were before arresting Akbaruddin Owaisi?
He walked up to this stage in Nanded, his smile masking the underlying expression of threat. Praveen Togadia making no bones about the fact that his agenda was to polarize. His comments so divisive and communal that Times Now will not broadcast the contents of his speech. But as he raked up the riots of the past, the threat was evident. When questioned by Times Now, the VHP leader outrightly refusing to comment on his hate speech, taking refuge in the cause of Hindutva instead.
देश की जनता, संत और विश्व परिषद को लगता है यह देश में हिंदू अनाथ ऑर्फन बना हुआ है.
Incensed by his divisive speech, the opposition demanding Togadia's immediate arrest.
मैं उम्मीद करता हूं और मांग करता हूं कि जिस शक्ति के साथ अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी के खिलाफ कार्रवाई हुई है, उसी प्रकार प्रवीण तोगड़िया के खिलाफ भी उतनी ही सख्त कार्रवाई सरकार को करना चाहिए.
These are rabble rousers who are determined to create disharmony in society. The law must take its course.
However, despite the extremely inflammatory content, no action has been taken against the VHP leader, raising questions on whether the Maharashtra police will have to be compelled and cajoled to act like in the case of Owaisi.
A businessman, resident of Hafiz Baba Nagar, lodged a complaint at this police station that Mr. Praveen Togadia abused the Muslim community.
इसके मंसूबों को नाकाम करने के लिए कानून से, पुलिस से हमारी ये रिक्वेस्ट है, इसको सलाखों के पीछे, जल्द से जल्द सलाखों के पीछे जो है इसको डाल दिया जाए.
The VHP dismissing the controversy.
बिल्कुल गलत बोला है, वो बोल नहीं रहे. आपका क्या कहना है?
मुझे नहीं मालूम, मैंने नहीं पढ़ा वो क्या बता रही है, मेरे ध्यान में नहीं.
And even the BJP that went all out to slam Owaisi on his hate speech, choosing to look the other way. Togadia's hate rant going viral. But as he roams a free man, the question is, why is the state and the centre silent? Bureau Report, Times Now.
Majid Memon of the NCP, Yogendra Yadav of the Aam Aadmi Party, Rahul Narvekar of the Shiv Sena. My first question from Allahabad. Joining us is Working President External of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, Ashok Chaugule. Mr. Chaugule, the Mangalore unit of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad and the Bajrang Dal had held a huge demonstration against Akbaruddin Owaisi, saying the shallow language has hurt the sentiments, etc., etc. Will you have a demonstration about Praveen Togadia, your own leader, for what he has said?
I really don't understand the question that you are asking me.
The question is,
how can we have a demonstration against our own leader?
Well, the substance of what Mr. Togadia has said, which I do not want to repeat here on the news hour because they are so communal, competes and in part surpasses the hate that Akbaruddin Owaisi expressed in his speech. And that's why I'm asking you the question.
But it's an opinion that you are making. I'm not sure, what authority you have to make that. You are free to hold an opinion, just as I'm free to hold an opinion of my own. But that does not mean that, everybody should agree with me or with you either.
No, they don't have to. But Mr. Chaugule, I am asking you, you say what right? I am asking you in my right as a journalist. So as a journalist who has asked questions on Akbaruddin Owaisi, 1 minute, at that time the way you are responding now is the way the MIM responded then. What right does Times Now have? Is this a parallel court? I am asking you because under section 153A, promoting enmity between different groups on grounds of religion, Section 295A, deliberate and malicious acts to outrage religious feelings, and Section 298, uttering words with a deliberate intent to wound the religious feelings of any person, Mr. Togadia can be charged.
No, yeah, Mr. Togadia can be charged, okay, that I'm sure, okay, that necessary legal people will decide what to do about it. But the question that Arnabji, that you had asked me is whether, okay, we in the Vishwa Hindu Parishad will have a demonstration against, okay.
Okay, so that was, so you won't have a demonstration. What do you think of what he has said? Yeah. Do you think he should hold his words carefully? Do you support the views of Mr. Togadia? Are they the views of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad?
Yeah, they are, okay, you have to understand, okay, the context in which he has said. There was a particular context where, okay, Akbaruddin Owaisi said that let the police be away for 15 minutes and the 25 crore Muslims in India will take care of the 100 crore, okay, Hindus. Now, you were really talking about in that particular question. Now, you are making, I think here is a particular speech that is made, okay, reminded about the past. And there's a rhetoric, particular things in this.
Rhetoric, I don't want to repeat the exact words, and I don't think you should either, because, they are words which are too common and divisive for anyone to repeat. And you understand why they shouldn't be. But I want to move to Yogendra Yadav at this stage. Yogendra Yadav, the sum and substance of what Praveen Togadia says, this competitive communalism seems to be becoming the norm. Why is the state having to be cajoled to act?
Arnab, Times Now has done something very good, which is not to broadcast Mr. Togadia's comment. I think we should now just do not just good things, we should do the very best. And the very best thing would be not to have any discussion about this at all. If all the news channels were to do simply this to Togadias and Owaisis of the world, Akbaruddin Owaisi I mean, of the world, which is let their comments not be broadcast, let them be arrested like any other person who's trying to cause local trouble is arrested, and let even their arrest not be reported, I can assure you next time anything like this would not happen. These are people who have lost their political role. These are unemployed politicians looking for some kind of prominence, and they desperately hope that Times Now would actually pick them up, would broadcast their comments. I think the best thing we can do is simply to be silent. Let this be treated like a routine, normal things. You are absolutely right to ask questions to Maharashtra government, as you were right to ask questions of Andhra Pradesh government. The trouble is that most of the governments simply do not have political courage to act when they need to act. When an Ashish Nandi makes a comment about which can be interpreted in 1,000 ways, Rajasthan government, their case is registered, things begin. And when there's absolutely blatant comments with a clear and explicit intent, with a past record of wanting to create divide, and this applies to Mr. Owaisi, this applies to Mr. Togadia, when these are made, then the governments are nonplussed. We really need to do something about it as a society, as a country, and really I think not giving them media attention is the best remedy. This is the best medicine we as a society can give to characters of this kind.
That's one argument, but on the other flip side, and I think Rahul Nargekar wants to respond, you see, it is a fact that no reporting on Akbaruddin Owaisi, there was no action. Only when there was reporting did the Andhra government wake up. It was not sleeping, it was ignoring. No action means no fear, and no fear which will mean more incitement, which means Akbaruddin Owaisi and Praveen Togadia will go on and on and on and on, and they will address thousands of people, incite them, provoke them, and putting a shroud over them, I'm not sure will take the problem away. Rahul Narvekar, my question to you is this. 200 agitated Shiv Sena workers held a huge demonstration burning effigies of Owaisi. I think this happened in Kolhapur. Uddhav Thackeray very strongly on the 3rd of February hit out. Who is he to threaten us? Who is he to talk like this? What about Togadia? Why are you silent on Togadia?
Well, I'm not silent at all. At the outset, let me just tell you that I'm absolutely amazed by the comments of some of our panelists here tonight. they seem to believe that politicians, whether employed or unemployed, only make comments to attract TV channels and to attract news channels to cover them. But unfortunately, I must tell you that politicians and political parties also have an ideology. And when they go out and speak to the masses and to their cadre, they probably are addressing them and not your TV channels.
What is the ideology that is being expressed? Let me give a situation here. If somebody says, you know, these riots happened, so many people from this community were killed, this riot happened, this happened, this riot, this happened.
Now,
no, 1 minute, bodies were strewn. If somebody uses bloodshed, killings of women, children, reminds people of the worst massacres, and then does some horrible, macabre chest beating about it, I don't know why, Rahul Narvekar, you have today lost your voice when speaking about Praveen Togadia.
Well, if you let me speak,
the same language you took about Akbaruddin Owaisi, you seem to be almost...
I'll tell you. One of the things
in denial. You seem to be completely defensive about Akbaruddin.
I'm certainly not here to defend what Mr. Togadia has said.
Yes.
And I think the law enforcing agencies and the judiciary will decide it better than you or me.
Should they?
So, coming to what Mr. Togadia said, I think it
Should they? I want your view.
I mean, it certainly doesn't depend on my view. If the work of the law enforcing agency is to ascertain whether or not someone has taken law into their hands, they'll do it best.
Why didn't you say this in the case of Akbaruddin Owaisi?
I'll tell you. I found it offensive. I objected towards it, and I raised my protest against that.
You don't find this offensive?
What Mr. Togadia has said
is not offensive.
What I see, it is a reaction to the action of a particular individual. One. And number two, had the government not acted selectively, had the government acted briefly, immediately, had the government taken appropriate action and given enough redressal against the comments made by Owaisi, we probably wouldn't have seen a Togadia coming out of this.
That's all right. You're justifying the reaction. 1 minute, Majid Memon. You're justifying the reaction. I'm moving on. Justifying the reaction here, Majid Memon. Action-reaction theories being put out by the Shiv Sena. Majid Memon, your response to the position taken by the Shiv Sena on this?
Arnav, I would first request other panelists to please have patience and hear if I express something rather than just interrupting, because I have been seeing that two people talking together. Now see, so as far as Togadia's speech is concerned and as compared to Owaisi's case, the media is absolutely right, and I must congratulate you, Arnav, that we believe in equality before law. We believe similar treatment to be given to every hate monger, this side or that side. And as a matter of fact, if you will recall, some days earlier, when Owaisi's case was being debated on television channels, I was one of the participants, and in fact I was one who said that such hate mongers must not be given a long rope and the law must take its own course, and there was, computation of a few hours delay. Now our friend is talking about why in Owaisi's time we had to demonstrate. Owaisi in a matter of hours was arrested, maybe because of media pressure also. That I don't dispute.
Mr. Majid Memon is a senior advocate.
Now I am talking about...
if he doesn't know the facts, he should not place them on record.
Again you have started. Please have patience. Have patience.
Arnav will tell you within how long did the government take to book him?
Did you?
They took a good week, 10 days.
No, it's okay. 1 minute.
It took, since somebody is asking me,
he came on his own.
Asking me,
Mr. Narvekar, please know the facts.
1 minute, it took 6 or 7 days the social media picked it up.
That's right.
After that 5 or 6 days the media, rest of the media picked it up.
That's right.
And the state was sleeping. My question to you, Majid Memon, is Togadia is not a first time offender. He has been delivering hate speeches in the past as well. Why is the state government in which the NCP, 1 minute, NCP, why is the NCP Congress government lacking the courage and the conviction to act against Togadia without being cajoled by the media?
Arnav, if I am permitted to answer, I'll answer unless there is interference by others. I'll answer your query to your satisfaction and to the satisfaction of your viewers. At 5 p.m. today, I have myself spoken to the Home Minister R.R. Patil. And I have explained to him that what are the implications, and the state must not delay if any steps are required to be taken. And I have assurance of the Home Minister, and I must share that I entirely agree with him. You see, these are, you enumerated those 3 penal offences. These are not ordinary criminal offences. These are extraordinary situations where with great amount of sensitivity involved in it, and also several other questions are involved, politics, social aspect, etc., religious aspect. Therefore, you need not just rush to simply go and arrest somebody and create law and order problem. In case of Owaisi, one minute, please let me say 2 more sentences. Now, I have been assured by Mr. R.R. Patil directly, himself,
why do
just a few hours earlier.
So I don't know, understand the situation where the Home Minister has to be reminded of his duty.
We are taking steps against this man. We are also taking legal opinion to make a proper case so that there is no failing in, apprehending
what was
his
the
arrest
state
and
police
putting him
doing?
before
No,
the
fact
court
is the fact is only it is a proven fact that till these issues are brought out in the media, which is why I have a slight disagreement with the position of Yogendra Yadav. Till these issues are brought up in the media, the state governments put blinkers on.
Not necessarily.
I have a question
Simultaneously,
for
media
Mr.
is raising it and the action is being taken.
I'm absolutely pleased to see what a concerned citizen Mr. Menon is, who was immediately called up the Home Minister in case of Mr. Togadia. I was wondering where was this spontaneity when the Raza Academy attacked Azad Maidan and the Smarak at Azad Maidan. Was Mr. Majid Menon as proactive in calling the Home Minister then to take action against them?
Immediately.
I have heard you on channels on this issue earlier when you've never stated this, Mr. Menon.
Yes, I did.
Let's not be selective like your party has always been.
Then and that, the next day, I was instrumental in asking the Home Minister to take proper, careful steps to see that culprits are not spared and innocent.
And can you tell me what action has your state government taken against Raza Academy?
I have to convey it to you.
Can you tell me what action has your state government taken against the Raza Academy?
So many persons have been arrested. The trial is going on. I need not inform you.
Gentlemen,
inform the viewers.
I am not bound to convey to you personally.
I want to ask Mr. Ashok Chaugule, because this controversy concerns the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. Mr. Chaugule, it does do references to riots and killings, almost in a sort of a, manner of boasting about it. If somebody boasts about riots and killings and bloodshed, is this the spirit of any country or any religion? Isn't it reprehensible, Mr. Chaugule, that anyone should want to boast about riots and bloodshed?
Okay, before catching, let me take a couple of other points that were raised. First of all, Dr. Pravin Togadia is not an unemployed person. He is very gainfully employed, here in Vishwa Hindu Parishad. And here we have a very important meeting at Prayag as part of the Kumbh Mela. Secondly, I think you're taking credit. The media is taking credit, for the for the action that is being taken by the against Akbaruddin Owaisi. I think you should actually give credit to the internet Hindus who posted that particular speech of
this is a little
on the media, and for about 5 or
this issue, Mr. Chaugule, is not about taking credit. I said media, I said social media first, and then the rest of the media. I very clearly said it, and let's not don't divide the media into Hindus, others. Please don't do these things. Yes.
No. Okay, but I think the media has been divided. By the people, by the opponents of the Hindus. When they define them as internet Hindus.
I am asking
but let's move on let's move on further. So I'm asking, in response to your question. As I said earlier, and as Rahul Narvekar has also rightly pointed out, it was a reaction, to what has been said, in a very particular blatantly communal manner, and this is let us also understand
so you compete
that
for
this was
communalism?
not a particular statement.
You have to compete for the communal space?
Akbaruddin.
No, 1 minute. Mr. Chaugule.
We are not going to compete for the communal space.
Mr. Chaugule, why
are not
does
competing anywhere at all? We are
that's
for
what's
Hindus,
happening.
and being for Hindus does not mean we are.
Answer my question, Mr. Chaugule. Answer my question.
Does not mean we are anti anybody.
You are dodging my question, Mr. Chaugule. You are a straightforward person. I don't expect you to dodge my question. You are a straightforward person. I am asking you a straightforward question. My straightforward question to you is this. I will repeat it.
The question.
I'll repeat it now. It's going to be short and straightforward. My question to you, Shri Ashok Chaugule, is this: is boasting about riots, bloodsheds and killings absolutely shameful and reprehensible? Yes.
I think the word boasting is your word. It is not the word, okay, of Praveen Bhai Togadia. Okay, and I think, Praveen Bhai Togadia also was talking about the history, and I think sometimes history is needed to be reminded to people who want to take, okay, action against the particular interest of the people of the country. And I think, it needs to be reminded. Hinduism is the oldest surviving civilization.
Now, may I ask one question to Chowgule? Now, if you permit me, I just will pose one question to Mr. Chowgule.
If I may be permitted to complete my particular point, Hinduism is the oldest surviving civilization, and let us understand it has not happened by accident.
No, one minute, Mr. Chowgule, this is not 1 minute. I'll tell you one thing. First of all, I want to say two things. There are a lot of Hindus who say that the views of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad don't represent us. Well, you are an organization, you are right to have an organization. You don't represent all Hindus. That's point number one. That's point number one. I'm putting to you with great respect. You must understand that. Secondly, I would request you, Mr. Chowgule, go back and see what your leader, Praveen Togadia, has said. And ask yourself, in what context he's talking about riots and bloodshed and killings. Innocent women, infants, children, toddlers killed in riots is not a subject to speak about with a smile on your face. When he says that with a smile on his face, the expression, the body language is, Mr. Chowgule, deeply disturbing for any modern Indian. Now Majid Memon wants to ask you a question. Go ahead, Majid Memon.
Now, just one question to Mr. Chowgule with highest respect. Without any provocation, please don't lose your temper. Very sensible question, please answer. Number one.
I'm sorry,
I'll please explain why.
I'll to the statement.
Mr. Chowgule, I'm sorry, I'm just asking the question to you. What I say is this, Mr. Chowgule, would you please explain what are the reasons why the television channels, including this important Times Now challenge, which we are debating, is unable to reproduce what Togadia said? First question. Second question is, do you subscribe to his views and stand by this forbidden expression which cannot be repeated by any channel? And if VHP supports it, then please tell us that VHP supports it, then we would thereafter demand ban of VHP. Please answer this.
Mr. Memon, please, I'm answering. Mr. Memon, is trying to put words in my mouth, and Mr. Memon, is already doing some conclusion and not really asking a question. Firstly, as I said earlier,
I'm asking a question. Do you stand by what Mr. Togadia said, which cannot be reproduced?
I'm trying to give you an answer. It is my answer, Mr. Memon. If you don't like it, that is not my fault over there. My answer is
no problem.
If Akbaruddin Owaisi,
we are not talking about Akbaruddin Owaisi. I am asking you simply a question about
He's got the question. He's got the question. Let him answer, sir. He's got the question.
The channel is not able.
I'll tell you what, we can't show it because it's too communal. That is clear. That part is clear. It's too communal. It's too divisive. It is too full of hate. We will not show it. Now you answer the second part of the question.
Yes. Do you stand by that? If you do, please let us know.
Now, am I permitted to answer a question? Okay, okay. You are trying to put words in my mouth. Okay, you're already giving me an answer. Okay, it is not your particular statement. Don't give me don't give my answer to anybody. Okay, understand, the context in which it was said, and if this particular type of provocation, that has happened, and this is happening, all the time. If this type of provocations do not exist, Hindus, will not have to say anything at all. Hindus, I want
Yogendra Yadav to come in once more. Yogendra Yadav, finally, the VHP says, 1 minute. Okay, you got your answer.
My question is very simple.
So you got your answer. My question to Yogendra Yadav is repeat.
My question is simple.
Mr. Majid Memon, you got your question, he got his answer. My question to Yogendra Yadav, everything is being justified by two of our panelists from the response, retribution, reaction. Not retribution, response and reaction actually. We are responding to Owaisi, they say. Your response to them finally, Yogendra Yadav, on this debate.
Arnav, this is reprehensible not only for any modern Indian, as you rightly said, but for any human being in any civilization. This is reprehensible for any Hindu, reprehensible for any Muslim, for anyone. Any civility and civilization cannot stand these things. I understand the point you made, and there's a genuine dilemma. If you don't report these things, then of course they go unattended, and the state, especially the Congress party, being so weak on these things, this can go on and on and on. I understand the dilemma. In the long run, however, Arnav, we have to think of which is to say people who speak in the public domain, who think of the future of this country, have to find a way of how to mute these voices, some of which we heard on this program as well, in the long run. And the real point about unemployment is this. I think my panelists misunderstood what I was saying. A certain kind of politics has lost purchase in this country. 1992 kind of agitation has no political purchase left in this country. Not only does VHP not have that kind of say, Shahi Imam kind of politics has also finished in this country. Both communities do not now pay heed to this kind of things. Therefore, you have a bunch of people, self-proclaimed leader of both communities, desperately trying to resurrect their politics. Because there is no purchase from the people, then of course they have to resort to desperate acts of this kind and hope that media will pick it up. This is the kind of unemployment, political unemployment that I was talking about. I think the important thing in the big picture and the positive picture is that India has moved beyond these characters. India and Indians, Hindus and Muslims do not pay heed to these things. That's the big picture. That's the positive picture.
That's a good note. To wrap up this chat on, I only would like to say this. It appears every time that the media has to prompt the state. If you look at what's been happening in Jammu and Kashmir, the media prompted the state continues to put blinkers on, and look what happened to those girls. Case of Akbaruddin Owaisi, media prompted the state, social media had to prompt the state put blinkers on. In this case also, 4 days have passed. Since this issue has come up aggressively in the media and the social media, state had put blinkers on till half an hour back. If the state acts on its own without being cajoled, the whole nature of this discourse will change. Gentlemen, I thank you. Let's see what the Maharashtra government does. Debate number 3 is coming up in 2 minutes.